my name is Emma and let's talk spooky stuff. So today is another horror around the world, this time Canada. So this one is kind of a mix of old and new, and some ones that you may know and some that you might not. I try to include some hidden movies in this one. They might not all be like AA+, but they're definitely all very interesting in their own way, and I was very pleasantly surprised. So here we go. So first movie is End of the Line. This movie was great and it was really gripping. I felt like it was a new film, but it was mimicking like a 70s, 80s kind of slasher theme, even though it wasn't quite like that. I would say it's more like Children of the Corn-esque, but there's not much children in it, so that doesn't really make any sense. But I thought it was really clever and it was just really different. So I just started storming outside. I hope you guys can still see me because it just got really dark and really crazy here. If you hear anything, it's the wind blowing my windows down. So this movie was condemned for its acting, but I think it really makes up for it in other aspects, and it is just a clever plot line from the start to the end. So this movie is about a bunch of strangers that come together in a train as the train halts, and all the religious people pull out daggers and start killing everyone. If you're up for a good story and something a little bit different, this is your flick. Okay, a modern horror here, Jack Brooks' Monster Slayer. This one was a pleasant surprise for me because I'm not really into action horror movies, and I'm not really much for like blatant monsters and comedies, but this one really had it. I think its lower rating has to do with the fact it's advertised in a weird way. I'll speak about that in a second, but also the comedy aspect. People think because it is comedy horror that it's gonna be like really slapstick funny or like Shaun of the Dead, when it's not. It's tacky and it's trying to take the piss out of the genre, but it doesn't do it in its face. It's kind of like a little bit subtle and just really tacky. I like it. I thought it was quite funny. Lots of people didn't like the fact that it was called Monster Slayer when he really isn't a monster slayer, and he doesn't start off kicking ass, which I think is fine, but the cover is a little bit misleading, I will say that. But now you know that when you watch it, you won't have a problem. It also stars Robert Englund slash Freddy Krueger, so I thought that was really exciting, and he transforms, my god. I thought he'd play a small role, but he is one of the lead actors, and his part is quite demanding. Another thing that was really cool about this movie is it features little to no CGI, so all of the monsters are real people dressed up in suits, animatronics. It's awesome, and I know that some of you guys really like that, aka Horror Gal. I know you like that, so this is a shout out to you. But this was great, and it's really interesting to see how they created these things without overused special effects, which is totally crazy for a modern film. So this movie is about a guy who experiences anger problems. He's kind of down on his luck, and he's trying to sort it all out. But while he's trying to sort it all out, he goes to his teacher's house to help him with a plumbing problem. And then some crazy stuff happens, and the teacher discovers this box that's full of this heart that is beating. And I don't really want to ruin it for you guys because it's pretty cool. Check this one out. I really enjoyed it, obviously. Okay, another old favorite. If I'm talking about Canada, I'm gonna have to talk about Gingersnaps. It's awesome for so many reasons. One being the fact that these girls are obsessed with everything morbid, and the second one being the underlining tone about a girl transforming into a woman, and the metaphor between a werewolf and someone's period. So Ginger and her sister are outcasts, and they spend their time doing really morbid things. But this all changes when Ginger gets bitten by a werewolf. If you still haven't seen this movie, you need to check it out. If you're that one person, I'm talking to you right now, who hasn't seen Gingersnaps, check it out right now, you won't be sorry. The next movie I want to talk about is 388 and Letter Avenue. If you like invasion home films or kidnapping or even security found footage films, this is quite down your alley, but it is a really slow story. Also, I want to put in a small warning for this one that there is not a rhyme or reason to it. So if you go into a film and you need a rhyme or reason, or you need a good payoff, don't watch this film. You will hate it. But for me, I felt like it was a hidden gem that hasn't been spoken about much. And even though it was slow, I thought it was really important for the film. So it brought out like this development in these characters. And it really showed you a different aspect of the whole kidnapped, house invasion, security found footage films. So a husband and wife don't know, but they are being watched by a creep in their neighborhood. This stalker is continuously trying to create tension between the two. he finally succeeds and the woman takes off with a note and no trail. The husband then has to look back into his past and look for anyone who might be trying to get revenge. Okay, my highlight film of Canada. Some of you slasher fans are gonna love this one. I know that you've probably seen it already, but it's called Black Christmas and I hadn't seen it yet and I love it. It's awesome. It's probably one of my favorite slashers I've ever seen. It's actually referred to as one of the best slashers of all time and I totally understand where they're going with that because it is amazing. And it just brings a total different aspect to the whole slasher genre. So this movie is about a bunch of girls who are living in a sorority house and they keep getting creepy, disturbing calls. Then they start disappearing one by one. This one just has really good characters and it's pretty brutal. The characters are really in depth and it just makes it so much more enjoyable when you actually care about who's next. So I hope you guys enjoyed Canada and let me know what your favorite Canadian films are in the comment box below. Also, I'm watching 31 horror movies in October and all the details for this little challenge I'm doing are in the description below. So please check them out and send me your submissions and have a great day. I'll talk to you guys later. Stay spooky. Bye. Hopefully I come back with a smile on my face. Oh, I'm like really scared and I have no smile. Well, do you guys do this as well? If you're a horror lover, you always have to check your back seat.